Well, hey there. We're at Palmetto. No, we're not at Palmetto. That's next time. We're at Sommerville, Lake Sommerville State Park. And Lake Sommerville State Park has two separate units that are not connecting. Nails Creek unit and Birch Creek unit. And we're at the Nails Creek unit. I'm gonna flip this around here, look. This is Lake Sommerville State Park. Here's the lake. This is the Nails Creek unit down here. And then across the lake up there is the Birch Creek unit, because Birch Creek comes in right here. And down here, Nails Creek comes in right here. So we're in the Nails Creek unit. And you can't, this is an 11,000 acre lake, I think it said. This little pond is 300 acres. We weren't brave enough. The weather's been kind of rainy. We were gonna paddle over here, paddle around to right here, and then paddle up this, into this lake, but we didn't do that. We were scared. And we were scared we were gonna get caught out in the storm, because it was storming crazy. So this is the Nails Creek unit, which is that one down here. That little peninsula sticking out there. This is that peninsula. And we're staying right here. Campsite 42. And when you come in, there's not much in this. You want to go, I'll tell you what, look. If you want to go to a state park for a Saturday in June, it is June 14th. And there is nobody here. There's a couple people. I'll walk outside. So there's not a lot of camping. If you want to go somewhere that's nice and low key, I'll tell you what, you come in right here, first thing right here to the left, that's equestrian camping. You only camp in there with horses. And then you come up, and this is the boat ramp. There's not much there. There's a little day use area here. This area right here is good for paddling. A lot of grass and lily pads and stuff around it's very shallow, these edges of the lake. This area right here where we are, I'll walk out there and show you. So anyways, this camp circle, this is all RV sites. And these are all RV sites. We're in this one. We drove through this one. This is no lake view. All of these have a stall for your horse. This is for equestrian camping only with your horse trailer and horses. This, you can camp in your RV in a tent or with your horse. So each one of these sites is pretty cool. Each one of those sites has a little corral for your horse, and you can put your hay in there. But it is very, very woodsy in here. So each one of these sites is just like dug into the woods. So any one of these sites, if you wanted to go get private, and I guess maybe in mine, there's nobody in there. We just went up through there. There's nobody in there. But I guess there would be horses in there, so it would smell like horse shit if you wanted to camp in there. We didn't know that when we picked this site. We picked this site here just because it was far away, and it was the very last site. And the only people this is the next site over. This is the only people we can really see. And luckily for me this weekend, that is my parents. So I'm gonna walk out, show you. We can see the lake right here. In this area, you'll see a bunch of tall grass, but that's actually like reeds in the lake. So it looks like the lake doesn't start till way out here, but it does come all the way here. I could probably drag the canoe there, but it's probably 60, 70 yards. It's a good drag. We did, and then right over here, this was the boat ramp. Right over here is an area, they have canoes right here where you can rent some canoes. We drove over here and launched in, and then we paddled all the way up into this right here, and got a couple of bites. Couldn't set them, couldn't hook them. So we're here in campsite 42, which is a very good site. I like it, but I think that we like campsite 60 the best, because in your truck when you back in, the passenger side here is the side that your door and your canopy and all that comes off the passenger side. So If you're over here in number 60, you face pretty much nobody, and you're pretty close. If we come back, we'll try to get campsite number 60, but I have zero issues with campsite 42. They're pretty spacious. These are a little wider open than these up here. These are like heavily wooded and very private, but I got a pretty good, I've been sitting in the hammock looking out at the lake, and I can dig that. I don't mind these people in 46. I certainly don't mind the people in 44. I'm gonna go out there real quick. It's pretty nice. I like this. There's not a lot of people here for a Saturday in June. It's not. I mean, there's a lot of park and not a lot of people. Oh, here comes my dad. See, there's my parents. Here comes my dad. Pesky neighbors always bothering you. So I had the you know, we got our campsite, the Blackstone. Mama's cooking some bacon and some burgers. And this is, I might just go over here. And there's the lake. It's right there. You can see this, it looks like a little slough coming in, right? This little, like a slough coming in here, but it's actually lake all the way across there. We paddled through that. And so we came in right over here. It's really nice, really nice. And we got these, we got nice trees right here. We got both hammocks. Let me sit in this hammock. Let me sit here. I like to sit in my hammock sideways. Oh, there it is. Ah, I like that. And I like my legs on the ground so I can kick it back and forth and turn around. And there's the lake. You see the lake over there. Very beautiful. Nobody, if you look, nobody anywhere in sight. It's very nice. I got the guard dog. Our guard dogs doing their job. Even if it's your parents, they drove in that big ginormous thing right there. That's what they travel in, 39-footer pulling their Jeep. They just happened to be in the area, got back from Indiana not long ago, and then, you know, Sommerville State Park is a go-to spot. It's very humid. Dude, the frogs. Bruh, the frogs at night. Yeah, man, they are loud and proud. It is awesome. So we've seen deer, we've seen armadillos, we've seen sandhill cranes, we've seen herons, lots of these white things. They're not egrets, I'm not sure what they are, some kind of great big birds everywhere, lots of wildlife. We've seen bunnies. I mean, there's just not a lot of people. And out here in Sommerville, we're probably, I don't know, 60, 70 miles from College Station. You know, in Texas, there's kind of a triangle from Dallas, San Antonio over to Houston and up to Dallas. There's this triangle, and College Station is kind of right in the middle of it, which is where Texas A&M is, and we are probably 60, 70 miles, maybe an hour from there to the southwest, and there is nothing out here. There is nothing, and it is awesome. It is my kind of place. About 90% humidity and about 90 degrees. You close your eyes, you would think you're in Louisiana or Florida. It is beautiful. It is worth coming to. You know, every time we come, we go and buy a t-shirt, buy a hat, support the store, support what they're doing. We have a Texas State Park pass. You know, we love it. We want them to be funded and be here forever. But this place is awesome. There's nobody out here, and it's a Saturday in June. It's Father's Day weekend. Actually, tomorrow's Father's Day. I get to spend it with my dad. That's awesome. Anyways, for what it's worth, any one of these sites is fine. 60 is the best. 42 is this one. You know, if you find yourself coming out here, I don't think you can really go wrong. Happy camping. Bye-bye now. There's the trailer up there, down here by the lake. Trying to get some frog sounds here. That's a lot of frogs.